Hi guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Rodian. In this episode I'm going to explain to you what I've been up to in the past 8 or 9 weeks. For you probably watched a video a couple of minutes ago, but for me it's been 8 or 9 weeks and a lot's happened. And I'm going to explain to you why I haven't filmed in about 8 or 9 weeks, and I'll explain to you what's going to happen going forward, because things are going to change a little bit. But without further ado, let's get into it, and yeah, here we go. So, 8 weeks. What happens in 8 weeks? 8, 9 weeks. What sort of happens in that sort of time? Well, quite a lot can happen really. And I'll show you now. This is what we're looking at the moment. The back, this brickwork here, all of this, that doesn't go any higher. This brickwork across here goes up to about here. And then in here, we have a small little gable, so it goes up because the roof comes down at a slant. All the lintels are in over the doors, that holds up all of the weight above it so it doesn't fall in. I've got a stack of blocks here that are ready to build the upstairs. We come down to the side, we've got one chimney that's ready to go up. All of this brickwork you see here, from now it's going to turn into a gable. From there, move around to the other side. Wave rock is still a very prominent feature. Looking to get that retaining wall put in there at some point. We have one drain here. This is the manhole cover. One drain in there, runs down there. But more importantly, we have the back. You've got the back door here. Lintel above it, and you've got a study window just over there. As you can see, the scaffolding is still up. Well, I say scaffolding, very rudimentary, dodged up scaffolding, but it worked just to get this brickwork up. Again, here we're going to have a gable coming up here. I'll just take you around the front, and then I'll show you coming in through the front door. And so here we have the front of the building. This section here that's as high as the brickwork goes. The roof, like the back, comes up to here, and then that runs all the way through to here. All this brickwork is done. And then we have much similar on the back. This section here goes up again to about here, and then the roof sits on that and goes up from there. And as you can see, this is the front door, and we have one whopping great big steel here which goes across here. Well, I put those pad stones and I've built these walls here out of the dense concrete blocks. But the crane, as you can tell, I've moved all of the blocks that used to be here. They're all here, they are out the back now. I moved them purely because the crane was supposed to crane this in, but it could only get as far as that. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. Just get a few people in to help. Right, now we'll go in the front door. We have bathroom number 1. Doesn't look much like a bathroom at the moment. All we have in there that resembles a bathroom is that downpipe that will go into the drain. So yeah, we have that in there. Pre-stressed concrete lintel over the top, 100mm bare on either end. This section here is going to be where the stairs are going to eventually be put. So then, as you come into straight in the front door, I'll show you again. Straight in the front door, toilet there, staircase there. Come into here. There's that fireplace I was explaining about. Large living dining area going straight through. And as you go around here, there's going to be all this is open plan. It's going to be straight into the kitchen. As you can see, there's timber and all sorts around at the moment. And then there's that window on the other side, big double door, big patio doors. And then in here is going to be the utility room, and that was that door that I was just showing you. And up there is one steel that I did put in. And I'm just going to drop in a little bit of footage of me putting that in now. So, absolute what to do that. So now, that was That was it's not easy putting up on your own. And as you go into here, remember this is where the stairs are. Go into here, which is going to be the office. And this steel was the other one that I was going to put in. It weighs a little bit more than the other one, but I didn't take any video of that, and luckily I didn't, because I really did my shoulder a bit of a mischief doing that. Yeah, so I left it there. I am getting a couple of people coming in, some family members, to help me lift that one in, and to hopefully we're going to have to manually lift this one in. Now this one is probably about just over half a ton, and it goes, one end sits up on that padstone there, so this is the back door, this would be the kitchen. One padstone is there, and the other one is just up there. So it's going to span all the way from here to here. Because all this is open plan, that's going to hold everything up above it. We've got solid concrete walls up there on top of that steel holding the roof up. All these blocks are going to be to build the internal gables here, and on the other side up there. That's what we're looking at. That's how we are. There we go. There's all the blocks from the front. I moved them so that hopefully that crane could lift those steels in. Lo and behold, it didn't lift them in. I had a funny feeling when I ordered the steel, the guy said that they would be able to crane it in. I told him how far away it was, but I just had a funny feeling that it just wasn't going to happen, and lo and behold, it didn't happen. But hey ho, these things happen. So yeah, I've got my uncles coming in to help me lift that big steel in. If I get footage of that, I'll drop it in, just show you us lifting it in. It's Friday today. The timbers for the first floor are coming in on Monday, so hopefully the next video you'll see will be me putting the timbers in. But between now and then, hopefully I'll get a chance to do a bit of tidying up, because it's one thing that I haven't had, is just when you're doing things like this, you need someone tidying up, because you're always tripping and falling over stuff, and especially, I mean, look at it, there's just absolute mess everywhere. I'm going to leave you here for the build, go back to my little park bench, and I'll explain to you what he's going to be going on from now on. And yeah, it's looking good though, it's looking good. I'll meet you over at the park bench and I'll explain everything. Right, so what's going to be happening? As I said, past 8 or 9 weeks, something along those lines. I haven't really had to check back on the old footage to see how long it's been, but I haven't been filming because I want to get this brickwork done. I want to get this house done, period, because it's taking a lot longer than I thought it was going to take doing it by myself. When there's one man doing it, it doesn't go up as quick as I thought. One man can't do 2 men's job, 2 men can't do 3 men's job. It hasn't gone up as quick as I'd hoped for, so moving forward I'm going to finish the brickwork, because I've only got the gables and a few little odds and sods to do. As you saw a bit of footage, the beams have gone in. My shoulder feels much better now, thank you very much. A few paracetamol, we're all good. Yeah, we used a lift on that big one, there's no way we were lifting that in. Anyway, what we're going to be doing, what I'm going to be doing, is I'm going to be subcontracting out basically the rest of it. I'll be doing the landscaping, flattening all the earth, getting things ready. I'm not going to turf it, I'll get people in to turf it. I want to get things ready for the patio. I'm not going to lay the patio, get other people in to do that. That retaining wall, I'll get things ready, but I'm not going to do the retaining wall. It just takes too long for one man to do it. I was a little bit stubborn in the fact that I said I'm going to do the whole thing myself. My idea was to do the whole thing myself. I still want to do the whole thing myself, but looking at it, it just doesn't work out. From what you can see there, I've done the whole thing. Just me, no one else. Well, as you've seen, I'm happy with it. It's a shame I couldn't do it all, but just the time constraints. I don't want to be doing this for 5 years. It just doesn't work. So what I'm going to do is, for this, I'm going to, after the brickwork, like I said, I'm going to finish doing it. I'm going to manage everyone else. I'm going to be getting, like I said, a few bits ready. But the roof, get someone to do that. Tiling the roof, get someone to do that. Electrics, plumbing, the interior, the whole thing. There's no way I'm going to plaster that whole house. I could do it, but it would take me forever. So I'd rather get people in to do it. It's just got to the point where I want to push it on, get it done, get it finished so we can start on this second house. So that's where it's going to be going. I'm still going to be making videos. They're going to be a lot more when it comes to the main areas like the roof, the tiling, things like that, the interior, the exterior. It'll be more of a review, showing you what's happened. If I get a chance to get the camera out while the lads are here working, doing whatever, lads or ladies, it depends who I get, I'm going to be getting the camera out and I'm going to be filming them. As long as they're happy to either be on film and well, maybe even get some partnerships going off, see if I can support some local businesses, things like that. It's going to go down that route, and especially for the second house, I'm going to start from day dot, get people in, groundworks, everything, just go through it. I'll probably end up doing the brickwork, get a couple of people in to do that because it's what I enjoy and it's what the main thing that I'm good at. So that's the plan. That's where I'm going forward with this. But like I said, I'm going to be keep the camera going. A lot of it will probably be review, showing you afterwards, and so that way the house can be built. Because there's in the past 8 or 9 weeks, I've done a lot of running around. Like for example, you forget a few blocks, or you forget this, or you forget that. I've got to go off in the truck, go and get it, come back. Say that's Builders Merchant, it's only down the road, but that's a half-hour, 40-minute journey. Driving 10 minutes there, dealing with all the stuff, coming back. There's 40 minutes out of the day where I could have a couple of trowels here, just laying them, banging them out, getting it up while I'm off the job. It's going to get things done quickly. And also, when you're working on your own, building something like this, I've got to knock up all the muck, I've got to get all the blocks ready, I've got to get the tools out, I've got to get this out, I've got to get that out, get everything set up and ready to go. By the time you're ready to go, you spent an hour in the morning getting everything ready. And when you're working, especially up on a scaffold or on trellises or something like that, trestles, you're up there and you think, oh mate, where's my hammer? It's down there in the other room, you dropped it earlier, and you're like, oh, you've got to get down, you've got to go, you've got to pick it up, you've got to come all the way back. I know it only sounds like a few little things, but you do that 6-7 times a day, and I'm forgetful. I leave my tools on the windowsill up high. I'm dreadful for it. I never put them back where I'm supposed to, or in my pockets. So things like that, they add up during the day, and that's what a labourer's for. That's what you need other people for. You need 3 or 4 people on there doing it. You can build a house with one person, but it's not that it's hard work. I'm not shy of a bit of hard work, but when it comes to the fact that you're doing so many things at once and you don't really get anywhere. I wanted to see that go up quick. I was expecting to see it go up quick because I'm used to having a couple of other people with me, or working for another company where you've got 5 or 6 lads doing the same thing. You've all got your jobs, you're all running around, blah, 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 it goes up quick. And it's also a bit demoralising when you look at it, you're like, at the end of the day, you've worked, you've grafted, and you're sweating your asses off and all sorts. And you look back at the job and you're like, is that all I've done? Mate, I've been here for 9 hours doing this and nothing's happened. I'm getting into it now, so it can be a bit demoralising. I don't mind working on my own. I talk to myself, I have a great conversation with myself, it's brilliant. But it's come to the time where I've decided that it's going down the route of get other trades in. Not only are they specialise in certain things, they're specific trade, where I've always have been and always will be a bricklayer by trade. So if I do cutting in roofs and things like that, I can do it, but not as quick and not as good as someone who's a roofer or tile a roof like a tiler, things like that. I want the best people to do the job to get the best job done. Right, so enough of me wobbling on. That's how it's going to go. I'd love to hear what you guys think about how I'm going forward with this. And also, one thing quick to say is those lifts, to lift that beam in, use those lifts. Don't try and hump things in. Man, it just, for the sake of 60 quid to hire that for a few hours, just it's up and in. The whole thing took 20 minutes to get in. And whereas the other thing, I struggled for half a day humping it in. You saw that where that ladder fell off and all that. Mate, I think that's what done my shoulder, and lifting it up. And man, it's not safe doing it the way I did. So anyone out there, don't lift them in manual labour, especially if you're on your own. It was a bit dangerous for me to do that, but I did it anyway. Get that genie lift in. They're not called genie lifts, they're beam lifts. They're really good. I enjoyed that. That was good. So yeah, anyway, I'm waffling on. If you enjoy this, hit that old like button, give that a thumbs up or 2 thumbs up if you're feeling good, and subscribe to this channel because we got one house to finish, another house to build, so there's plenty more content coming your way. So yeah, no worries. Catch you guys next time. Cheers.